Good morning and welcome to Gray Man Walking. Today is day 40. Steve, shuttle driver, just dropped me off at the trailhead. It's warm, cloudy. I didn't look at the temperature, but I got refueled, reorganized, and now it's time to walk somewhere. Let's see, it's about, let me check the old watch here. It's about 9:30. So getting a little bit later start. We'll see how far we make it today. I've met a hiker named Smoke Dancer a few times on the trail, and really only talked to her the last time I saw her. We walked, it's been a few days ago now, we walked together for a while. I was headed to go beyond I-26 and she was looking for the last shelter before 26. But we talked about the trials and tribulations of the trail, and of course I encouraged her. She was encouraging me. But yesterday, when I was coming off the mountain into Erwin, I had sat down because I had enough service. I was trying to see how the town was laid out, where I was going to stay. Another woman came up the trail. She was not a hiker, and she asked me if I was a thru hiker, and I said yes. And she says, "Have you ever met Smoke Dancer?" And I said yes. I don't know if she was a friend or family member, but she had driven down from Wisconsin to meet her, and maybe they're going to take a zero too, I don't know. But you know, the support of friends and family is so important out here. And even the viewers, you know, everybody's pulling for you. And that's just so strengthening. As it starts to sprinkle rain. But it is important to know that there's something bigger than yourself going on out here. And we appreciate all that support. Another thing's kind of on my mind after working on my videos yesterday. I'm good out here for about 6 days in between overnight stays or Neros or zeros. That's about how long I can last with my electronics. But with the video delay built in, I need to get somewhere with Wi-Fi at least about every 6 days. It's important to me to make sure y'all get to see a video every day. I never want to miss a day. When I was at home watching other people, I would always feel a little let down if, you know, someone's video didn't show up. It didn't happen very often, but it's a priority for me. And I think it just gives people at home something to look forward to. I mean, I think I've told y'all before, but Beth and I would sit there at lunchtime while we were eating our lunch and watch a couple. Then in the evening, if we had something to finish up, we'd watch then. So it was always something to look forward to. I seem to be in some kind of housekeeping mode today. My first pension check was deposited today. I retired the end of January, and I've got the old traditional pension. So I got my first Social Security deposit in March, but I got, looks like, 3 months worth of pension this morning. Looks like they paid me for February, March, and April. Being retired is a huge advantage financially out here. Some of the younger people don't have those kind of resources, but they've got so much more cartilage in their knees. It's probably an even trade-off. I only been home 3 weeks after I retired. A lot of this stuff was put into motion, but not finalized, I wasn't there to see the first deposit of this, or the first deposit of that, or first auto bill this, or the first auto bill that. So I've been trying to keep an eye on those things. I usually do that in my hammock at night when I have some service. But it's good that things are falling into place the way they're intended to. So I know I have the resources I need to do what I need to do out here. I spoke to some other hikers I knew that were staying at Uncle Johnny's as I came down out of the woods yesterday. I had been around them fairly far back, Standing Indian Mountain, and some around Franklin. But they gotten ahead of me between Fontana and Smokies and Asheville. But if they left this morning, they're probably ahead of me. So maybe I'll catch up with them, see them today. If they're in the vortex, they might be there for a week. But it's funny how everybody takes different 0 days and has different plans. And I've said this before, but you think somebody's gone and then they turn up. It's very interesting how that works out here. Part of the reason I'm catching up on all this stuff that's been rolling around in my mind is that I'm over 2 miles in this morning and we haven't started uphill yet. That's the first time I can recall leaving a town, a road, or a gap where you didn't have to go straight up. So I'll take it. It's very humid today. Sweat's just rolling off of me. I washed out my socks and 2 shirts and some underwear last night in the room, and I had them hanging up and laying on the air conditioning vents to dry out a little bit, but they made the room smell so bad I decided just to pack them in a bag and I'd dry them out here. But today's so humid, I don't think anything's gonna dry. I've got one sock in my hand, swinging it as I walk. Sun's trying to come out some, but the air is really thick. Um, just passed a couple section hikers going Sobo. They said there was trail magic about 3 miles ahead. I know better to rush, but I sure hope they're there when I get there. It's not critical since I was in town last night, but I tell you, when you're out here 2 or 3 or 4 days and you know trail magic up ahead, you just hoping and praying that they're still there when you get there. Anything tastes better than what's in our packs. So Brother Tom was manning the trail magic. I can't recall exactly whether it said it was churched or, but it was something like that. Very nice fella. Gave me some sweet tea and some banana bread. Very much appreciated. Thank you, Brother Tom. What was really neat is that they apparently do this most every day because they had a register where the hikers could sign, and I saw where somebody I know, haven't seen for a while, is just up in front of me somewhere today. So that's old man. Haven't seen him for a while. I'd like to see him again, so maybe I'll run him down for the night's over with. Maybe I'll go further than he does. I'll check the shelters along the way and see if he's stopped before I do. But anyway, I thought that was neat. All right. Yeah, that's a great man walking over the beauty spot. Or his shadow, anyway. And that's a nice place to get water. Hardly have to bend over for that. It's hard for you to tell with the angle, but it's a good 18 inches off the ground, maybe a little more. I've climbed up high enough. It's starting to look a little like the Smokies. I'm over 5,000 feet. Dense and green. Funny how it switches from new growth to more mature trees. Just like that. Well, another day. Did a little over 16 miles today. That was with getting a late start. Gained over 5,000 feet. Lost about 2,800. But it was a good day. Got here to shelter. I'll have to look up the name and tell you in the morning. A lot of people here. I know there's some section hikers, but a lot of thru hikers. So seems like maybe the bubble's catching us. Got to see old man, talk to him for a while. I was glad to see him again. It was another good day. Next destination is 34 miles away, so that's 2 17-mile days. So we got some bad weather coming in this week, so we'll see how that affects things. All right, I'm trying to be quiet because there's a lot of people camped around me. But we'll do this again tomorrow. Good night.